Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome all of you for another session of Gita Wisdom Series. Let's start with prayers. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschati Deshitarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Granth Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai. So today is yet another very important verse from Bhagavad Gita, which talks something about action of Lord. What does Lord do in his free time? There is a topic. Let's read the verse. न मे पार्थास्ति कर्तव्यम् त्रिषु लोकेषु किञ्चन नानवाप्तम् अवाप्तव्यम् वर्त एव च कर्मणि. Synonyms: Na, none, me, mine, Partha, O son of Pritha, Asti, there is, Kartavyam, any prescribed duty, Trishu, in the three, Lokeshu, planetary systems, Kinchana, anything. Na, no, avaptam, in want, avaptavyam, to be gained, varte, engaged, eva, certainly, cha, also, karmani, in one's prescribed duty. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O son of Pritha, there is no work prescribed for me within all the three planetary systems, nor am I in want of anything, nor have I need to obtain anything, and yet I am engaged in work. Purport: the Supreme Personality of Godhead is described in the Vedic literatures as follows. Tam Ishwaranam Paramam Maheshwaram Tam Devatanam Paramam Daivatam Patim Patinam Paramam Prasad Parastad Vedamadevam Bhuvaneshamidyam न तस्य कार्यं करणं च विद्यते न तत्समश्चाभ्यधिकश्च दृश्यते परास्य शक्ति विविधैव श्रूयते स्वाभाविकी ज्ञानबलक्रिया च. The Supreme Lord is the controller of all other controllers, and He is the greatest of all the diverse planetary leaders. Everyone is under His control. All entities are delegated with particular power only by the Supreme Lord. They are not supreme themselves. He is also worshipable by all the demigods and is the supreme director of all directors. Therefore, He is transcendental to all kinds of material leaders and controllers and is worshipable by all. There is no one greater than Him, and He is the supreme cause of all causes. He does not possess bodily form like that of an ordinary living entity. There is no difference between His body and His soul. He is absolute. All His senses are transcendental. Any one of His senses can perform the action of any other sense. Therefore, no one is greater than Him or equal to Him. His potencies are multifarious, and thus His deeds are automatically performed as a natural sequence. From Shvetashvatara Upanishad 6, 7, and 8. Since everything is in full opulence in the personality of Godhead and is existing in full truth, there is no duty for the Supreme Personality of Godhead to perform. One who must receive the results of his work has some designated duty, but one who has nothing to achieve within the three planetary systems certainly has no duty. And yet Lord is And yet Lord Krishna is engaged on the battlefield of Kurukshetra as the leader of the Kshatriyas, because the Kshatriyas are duty bound to give protection to the distressed. Although he is above all the regulations of the revealed scriptures, he does not do anything that violates the revealed scriptures. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjali-shlakaya Chakshur-unmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So here we are seeing that how in a very sequential manner Lord Krishna is educating Arjuna that how important it is to perform his duty as a Kshatriya, why he must not abandon his duty by running away to the forest, as the arguments which are given by Arjuna. Why he must not do that? Rather, he should fight. So in the previous two verses, we saw how even great king like Janak Maharaj, he reached to the topmost position. So to say, he perfected his human life merely by performing his prescribed duty to its best. And in the very same manner, Krishna says that in the previous verse that whatever yadyat acharati shreshthas, whatever is done by a great leader, right, is very easily followed by the general mass. So Krishna, being the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is the greatest of all the leaders. So whatever he does, it will be followed by all the general mass. So that's why Krishna acts in a very responsible manner. As a Kshatriya, he gives protection, or he is engaged in his duty, is performing his duty, right? Actually, we can just see this, irony. Many times people, those who do not have right knowledge about God or, Supreme Personality of God, Krishna, they think, okay, God, he must be busy, right? He has a lot of things to do. Hmm? You see, to manage a company, it takes so much time, energy. Actually, it's very easy to understand. If a person who's working, okay, school life is chillax, no much pressure. After school, you go to PU, pre-university or 12th, little bit pressure, but yes, you get to play time. You get time to play. And then college, oh, rarely, if you are lucky, then you will get time to play. And then okay, office, you got a job. Yeah, once you have got a job, anybody, so they have got time, but very less, right? 9 hours they have to give to company, or else they'll cut their salary or XYZ. So, and as a person climbs the ladder, gets into senior position, senior software engineer, and then as a team lead or manager, he has to forget his life then, isn't it? That's a normal culture, at least, which I have seen. He has to forget his life. And as he climbs the ladder, oh, luckily he gets into the CEO position or something like that. Then, though, 24 bar 7, he is eating eating just like, in Krishna conscious way, we say, eat Krishna, sleep Krishna, always think of Krishna, right? Very same way, those who are materialistic, those who are materially motivated, or those who are into those kind of job, wherein they have huge, responsibility, a lot of responsibilities are there for them. So they're always constantly thinking about company, business, 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 eat business, walk business, everything dedicated for the business, isn't it? So you see, such kind of person is busy, right? Uh, just like an ordinary person who's taking care of some company, he is busy. Very same way, the one who's taking care of many companies, right? He must be even more busy, right? Very same way, if you just climb up much more, demigods, they're also very busy, right? So in the very same pattern, if a person thinks, so he thinks that God is so much busy, right? God must be very busy. We don't have time. But actually, it is the opposite. Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is free because he has delegated all his business, all his things to all his workers. So to say, his demigods, right? But then what does he do? He has nothing to attain, right? Any common man in this material world, he has to fulfill his desires, right? That's why they were. Even if a person does not have any desire, okay, he said, "Oh, I'm not interested. I'm Vairagi. I'm done." still he has to work because he has to, satisfy his hunger, right? So hunger will force him to work. So he has to work. So to say, he has to perform some kind of, prescribed duty to maintain himself at least. But God, Krishna, is not like that. There is nothing which Krishna has to achieve because he owns everything, right? And there is no material desire. Everything belongs to him. So there is nothing for him. There is no motive for him to work, right? And there is no need. So there is no particular duty as such for him in the three worlds. That's what Krishna is saying here. But then why does Krishna work? Then why Krishna is, acting as a Kshatriya? The answer is given in the previous words that if Krishna also, if, as the general public, they all follow the great feats of the great leaders, very same way, if Krishna has come, in the material world, he also practices or he also follows all the prescribed duties. As a Kshatriya, he performs his duties, right? As giving protection to people, giving dharma. When he was in Dwarka, if you read Krishna book, you will get to know the daily activities of Lord Krishna. Every day, very early in the morning, Krishna will wake up. He will not sleep like till 10 o'clock, like many of us. He will wake up early in the morning. And after doing his morning chores, then he will meditate. He'll take bath. He will meditate, right? On whom? On himself, right? Because there is nothing more than him. There is no truth beyond him. So every day Krishna does meditation, and then after doing all that, he goes to his assembly, Sudharma, and there he will do justice to the people. He will meet his beloved, devotees, his relatives, takes care and enjoys his life. So this is what God does in his free time, or actually God's time is always free. Sometimes, again, this is also one of the analogy by which we can understand that, first time when a person makes chapati, maybe our own mother, right? First time she is making chapati. Oh, it's a big task. One chapati takes some 10 minutes to come out, and that also it will be like black color. And if somebody is good, okay, fine, not black, some brown. But then gradually, mother is making chapati from past 35 years, 40 years. And, it's not a big deal. You ask her, my dear mother, can you give me one chapati? She'll just make it in some moments. Okay, there is a hot chapati for you, right? So when a mother can do, making chapati, which is normal thing. So how is it? Same thing goes for the Lord, right? Krishna, who has created this world, he has. It is not a big deal for him to maintain. He is doing it from millions of years ago, right? From millions of years, he is doing that. So then, what does God do? So it is via these literatures we get to know what does the Lord do when He comes and lives with us. He acts in a as it is mentioned, as it is directed by the scriptures. He lives his life exactly as per to that, and then when he's back to Godhead, in his Goloka Vrindavan, he constantly, every day with his friends, he enjoys different leelas, right? So that is what God does when he is free. Or actually, God is always free. There is no work for him, as mentioned here in the Shveta Shutara Upanishad, that he is the supreme. There is no particular work for him. But still he acts. Still he acts to set an example, right? So this is the whole verse which tells. And so that's it, right? So that is what the whole verse talks about. So there is very important thing which I, very striking point, which is related to our daily series or daily associations like this. You see, I read in Krishna book, Nanda Maharaj, right, and Yashoda Maya. So they all used to discuss They see, not only we are discussing, even they are discussing. So Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Maya, then Upananda, the younger brother of Nanda Maharaj, and all the associates of Braj Dham, they were free from threefold material miseries. Threefold material miseries, as we know that Adi Bhautika, Adhyatmika, and Adi Daivika. So they were free from all those miseries. Why? Because they were constantly and always thinking and talking about Krishna. Every day, their whole business is to know what Krishna is doing. Okay, what did he do? Okay, this is what he has done, and he has killed this demon. Wow, very good, very good. Huh? All that they were always constantly absorbed in Krishna, Krishna Katha, right? Prabhupada writes that even we, as even though we are not what do you say, dealing, we are not seeing Krishna face to face right now, but even we also can be free from threefold material miseries, provided we nearly every day hear about Krishna Katha. Always, if we are Krishna conscious, then we can also be free from these material miseries. So, this platform, Gita Wisdom Series, gives us a very unique opportunity to know instructions of Krishna. This Bhagavad Gita is a very special thing which is given by Krishna. So, I request all of you to please come every day and hear these instructions, the lessons from it, some here and there pastimes related to it on a daily basis. Okay, just give 15 minutes. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Hare Krishna. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.